Look who's here!
Okay, so, we're unlocking new music for completing Nature Walk. I didn't realize that this would happen. Maybe it's because I skipped that in my original run of the campaign just to unlock hard mode. Welcome back to Advance Wars 2 Reboot Camp. There's only one mission in Blue Moon left before the finale, and that is Colin's 2-week test. How fittingly it's titled Mission 14. The enemy bombards Colin. Can he hold on until reinforcements arrive? This mission is kind of infamous among a lot of players. I feel like most people who played this game either consider this mission extremely easy or extremely hard, with very little in between.
Yes, sir!
I kind of realized that in a sense, Olaf almost acts kind of fatherly towards Colin in the Blue Moon arc. I feel like that's kind of established a little more in the remake. Yeah, Grit's pointing out the obvious here. Anytime somebody says, oh, don't worry, you're not going to get attacked, they're obviously going to get attacked. However, I did say when we first discussed Colin that he is surprisingly good on the defensive.
Commander. It's an attack.
I like how Colin basically just addressed his one of his generic troops at a higher rank than himself. So yeah, we're playing a full-on defensive map as Colin, and this one was infamous in the original GBA version because of something that you'll see when we start. Okay, it actually doesn't work that way on challenge mode.
Hello? Is anybody home?
Okay, I love the way she says that, because you have units on challenge mode.
Talk about easy. Okay, Colin, you can do this. Stay strong, everyone!
So in the original game, when you had no units deployed, you can only lose this by HQ capture or rout, and they can't rout you if you have no units. So what happened was you would simply do nothing for the entire duration of the map, and you would win, because the AI's movement was so stupid that it never captured your HQ. It blocked itself off before it could get there. So yeah, your HQ was totally safe, and you would just instantly win if you were guaranteed a victory. But that's not true of hard mode because you start with units so you can still be routed. And in the remake, they actually did correct this, which shows that WayForward did their research. If you do nothing in the normal mode version of this map for 14 days, the enemy will eventually win. They will capture your HQ this time. And oh boy, okay, so yeah, I was worried that there were some ships here, but there's no ports. But the enemy does start with a battleship on challenge mode, so we're gonna need to, yeah, we're gonna need to make sure that we have some indirects to deal with that. In fact, I'm gonna capture the lower down base first, because that's the one that's most likely to get harassed by that battleship. Okay, she has her neck there. But I think, yeah, I'm gonna go for a bombardment on this thing right here. Yeah, I moved my units a little bit differently in this because I made a mistake with my deployments on this turn, and I thought I might as well, yeah, I'm going to go for that capture now, and I need to build the infantry here, because that way I'll be able to start capturing that next turn, and I'm going to go for an artillery. And yes, Colin can build Neotanks now, and they're going to be really, really helpful. I'm just thinking, though, if I get this tank on that guy, it's tempting, but then it gets hit by the other mech. But, I mean, this mech's not really really going to actually know, but next turn... Yeah, no, I think I will actually go for this. Because next turn, it'll be in minimum range of the rocket, so I'd only be able to attack it with the tanks anyway. I mean, I can do that, but since that mech's on a mountain, that's kind of a bad first strike to do. So I'm gonna move you down there, and yeah, nothing else I can do. Just kind of trying to think where I position my indirects to ward off that battleship. They're pretty much the only answer I have to it. Oh, and you focus on capturing anyway. That's totally fine. 2 recons already. We've got stuff coming in. Lash has an absolute ton of income. And also, those transport copters, in the original game, she didn't really make much of an effort to push for your HQ with those. She might in this version, so kind of that battleship is advancing a little slowly. The general idea is you want to build up a big defensive perimeter while you can. Yeah, let's go for that now. And okay then. Her income is already enormous, but we don't really want her to get any more money than she already has. It's going to be very hard to keep these properties, like, out here. There is that little tank incoming, so... You know, it's probably for the best if I use this weakened tank to hit this. I'm going to be taking a little damage in return, but okay then. Yeah, that capture attempt is essentially dead now. So... Okay, I don't want to get first struck by the other tank, but if I put this tank here, I feel like this mech is, even if it does, like, retreat, I do get first struck, but I also am in range of this rocket. How much does Colin... Oh, Colin can get another artillery out. I definitely will need to start thinking about anti-air, though. She hasn't any battlecopters yet, though. She will get those eventually, and she has enough for a Neo-tank. Right then, yeah. I wonder if this is actually worth me getting to rocket you. Because there are, oh yeah, there's a lot of things incoming as well as recons, which are quite dangerous to the rocket. And yeah, with all these planes here and the fact that she starts with so many recons, it's potential, like, terrain tactics is potentially dangerous here. There's not a lot of very dense terrain for that she'll get a lot of benefit out of prime tactics, but terrain tactics could actually be problematic. Oh, I can start capturing this, but it means that my rocket doesn't shoot anything this turn. But is that what I actually want? Maybe it is. See, having a whole lot of bodies between you and the enemy might be exactly what we need here. But here's the issue. I may need to throw one of my artillery in. Let's go. I am already joining units. This is not great. But, I'm using my own artillery as walls, which is also not great. Okay. Oh, she does have a battlecopter. Right. I'll need anti-air eventually. Actually, missiles aren't a really bad thing here. Because there's obviously a lot of, capturing that. I'll be able to capture that next turn. Don't underestimate infantry here either, because they also make pretty effective walls. But we've got a very small area we need to protect, so missiles will probably do a good job of warding things away. I don't think any of her medium tanks can reach me this turn, which is good. This is not great. 10 HP against... I mean, it'll die, but... She does get through to my... At least it's only weaker units that can attack from the Lash City. Not that it's a Lash City, but I mean in terms of the firepower bonus. If the recon can... Okay, no, the recon can't reach. And yeah, this is a situation that you will likely end up being in pretty quickly. Like, her having an enormous number of units crowding you out in this tiny little gap. But even though, like, you have to survive for 2 weeks, the initial turns don't have a lot happening, so you don't really need to worry about that. But I am severely lacking when it comes to direct combat units right now. So I'm going to gradually chip these down. This is a pretty pathetic gold rush, but I probably should go for it.
I do my duty.
So might let me get an anti-air too, which I'm going to need because there's a copter incoming. In fact, yeah, I can afford missiles. Might not be a great idea though, because my anti-air are at least kind of bulky. If I move back this guy... Yeah, I'm not too fussed about... I don't think she can one-shot that infantry anyway. Mechs could also be a decent option here to deal with all those vehicles. Got recons. Yeah, I think I will go for... Can't quite go for 2 mechs, but more infantry is always a good thing. And I do have 10% higher defense this turn, which should mean that it effectively neutralizes the firepower bonus that anti-air will get for being on a plane, so maybe this won't be a one-shot. That combined with being on a city, we'll see. Yeah, and as long as it's not a one-shot, I'm okay with this. Okay, she's distracted by trying to capture. Again, I don't really want her to be getting, Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to block off that artillery, that rocket so the battlecopter doesn't go for it. And yep, she got a Neo-Tank. But if I have a lot of indirects, I should be able to ward that Neo-Tank out of this area. Oh, there's an artillery here already. I don't like the fact that there's an artillery here. So that's going to be my main port of call, because as I've kind of discovered, like as you probably know from watching me play some of the other missions, artillery are very effective at breaking through choke points, and if there are no artillery in a particular region, then choke points can be quite hard to get through. Which means that if I have my own artillery, which means that if I take out her artillery, I should be able to keep this choke point in effect a little longer. Speaking of choke points, yes, this artillery is now surrounded on all sides. And I'm not even sure I want to hit that anti-air right now, because there's a medium tank there, and it'll probably get replaced in the choke point by the medium tank, so I think I'm actually instead going to do this. It's a 7 HP anti-air. I'm trying to think whether or not she is smart enough to retreat the anti-air and then attack with the medium tank, because if she is, this battlecopter suddenly becomes a huge problem. Also, where is that battleship? It's down there. It's moving pretty slowly. Gotta come, and that artillery is going to be taking a big beating this turn. Oh! Oh, that's a 30% firepower bonus. It's probably going to get one-shotted and then the rocket gets hit. Well, that wasn't well planned. Another artillery and then another mech, and then I guess I can't even get more infantry. Oh, that was not good, actually. Didn't realize that that could happen. But she did that instead. Okay, then. When in doubt, always trust the AI to do something silly. But, you know, she was slightly smart and did that, which is not great, because it means the battlecopter is a problem. Oh, please don't die. Please don't die. Oh, it died. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Okay. The rocket has done a really good job so far, but she's starting to break through. Basically, like, speed is not an issue here. You will always get perfect speed. So the main thing is the power and technique scores. And she's going to be building a lot of units, so power is a problem here. No, she doesn't really have a whole ton, though. But okay, then. Yeah, even just artillery from Colin with his firepower penalty still hit pretty hard. And why not?
Don't underestimate me.
Yeah, at this point, I feel really bad doing this, but I probably need to pull back some of my vehicles and just stall with, like, the foot soldiers. Because, okay, if I retreat this rocket to here, I am forced to repair it a little bit, but now this mech gets to kill this. With the diamond-tipped bazooka. And again, you're just going to go there. I don't think you get one-shotted by the anti-air. And you're going to go there. See, like, again, as long as the infantry don't die outright, then they successfully wall off the area. This mission is just kind of an exercise in why infantry make very good walls. Which is kind of something that's a little mean, but you sort of have to do when you're playing Advanced Wars, especially multiplayer. Now, what I believe... I don't quite have enough for a medium tank, but I can get... I do have enough for a rocket, though, which might actually help me. So let's go for that. So yeah, these 2 full health infantry that are right there in that choke point, they're gonna be really serving me well. Oh, but she does have a rocket incoming. I don't like also that. I don't like that either, but you only have... 6 HP is actually quite dangerous. Oh, Neo Tank with 30% firepower. That's probably a one-shot. It is. And I said, as long as the infantry don't get one-shotted, I'm fine, but they did. Oh, that's not actually terrible, though. Okay, and yeah, you are city, so you don't get one-shotted. I do have some indirects on that Neo Tank, though. She has a lot of weakened units that I might be able to try and snipe for the power score. Oh, she has a bomber. Which means I may need a missile. And unfortunately, I was able to afford one just then, and now I'm not. Also, where is that rocket? I'll have to keep track of where that rocket is. It's there. It's covering this city and around there, but okay then. The problem is I base block myself by shooting from here, but I kind of have to because that's a freaking Neo Tank and it needs to die. Only 2 of my indirects could get on that Neo Tank, but a 5 HP Neo Tank, or a 4 HP Neo Tank, even better, is much more manageable than a full health Neo Tank, which, as you can see, full health Neo Tank with Lash's city bonus as well. Although, yeah, I could pull you back and get you on that recon. Is there a full health infantry that can replace? Yes, there is. Okay. But that's in rocket range. So I need to make sure that there is another full health infantry. Okay, just gotta make sure I have as many full health infantry as possible. I think I'll take a little bit more on you. I feel like she's getting close to prime tactics. She probably has it now. She does, okay. That means that that Neo Tank's gonna become almost invincible next turn. Oh, and that's a wood, so that rocket's gonna have 40% firepower. Yeah, that infantry's dead. Although, like, how many have I lost total? Only 3, but I've only built 18. Yeah, just slowly plugging away at this Neo Tank here. This Neo Tank is, yeah, it's probably gonna retreat, honestly, which I don't really like that it's gonna retreat, but I'll probably have to live with it. Okay, 6,800. What can I get with this? I can get another anti-air, which I probably need because she has a bomber coming. I would really like to greet that bomber with a missile, but I don't know if I'll get a missile in time, so I might as well just get an anti-air, and I can't afford any more infantry. I do have a decent number of weakened units in the breach, though.
You're so silly.
Okay, yeah, that woods there is a problem. I don't know if she will go for that infantry, but if I was her, I'd do it, and I get the feeling she probably is going to do that. Also, that battleship is getting close. But I do have some artillery around the shore, and a rocket. Yep, it went for it. Okay, I thought so. So this is probably a one-shot. It was. Okay, yeah, thought so. So now stuff can pile through there. Is that a full health recon? It is. But I have a mech on a city. The battlecopter is still just buzzing around like a fly. That's probably dead. Because that's 7 HP. Yes, it is. So that thing's dead. And that's probably dead too, because of your city bonus. Oh, nope, just barely not. Okay, that's great. That's great. Because even a 1 HP unit is going to successfully stall her progress. Okay, that battleship is in range of my artillery now. So, yeah, that's a problem. I don't like retreating that thing, but also, yeah, that probably dies with the rocket if I put it there, but at least that means the rocket's not going to move any further forward. I need to get rid of that battlecopter. The bomber is here. Okay, it can reach the anti-air. The anti-air is probably going to die to the rocket, though. Oh, yeah, and she just used prime tactics, so a lot of her things are going to be very, very bulky right now. Oh, but I have a 6 HP rocket at this point, and that's exactly enough. Good. Unless you're, like, above 3. No, you're below 3. Okay, so that's done. I have a city that I can claim. And if anything, like, claiming these cities, I'm not really so much worried about, because, yeah, I just put an infantry there, I think. I'm not really so much worried about these cities, like, remaining under my control. Like, the main reason why I want to be on these cities is so that Lash doesn't get the firepower bonus from standing on them. The question is, do I even want to kill these? Because she has, like, an anti-air that's incoming and would be able to maul that mech. They're probably going to end up retreating, though. Also, yes, if this thing stays where it is, it gets killed by the battleship. I wonder if I should, if I take that out, kind of wonder whether I should... Oh, that's actually my main answer to the bomber, though. So I put that there, that's going to stall her a little bit. She doesn't have much good that can really destroy it, except for, oh, there's an artillery and a rocket in range of it, though. So maybe that's not actually a good idea. Yeah, in fact, that's probably going to work out better for me. If I move this artillery away, the battleship is forced to come closer, and it can't really do that reliably because, well, I mean, unless it goes one out of range of my rocket. Oh yeah, don't want to put the anti-air in range of the battleship, though. That would be a huge tragedy. I mean, I can try this. This might actually work. It's always fun to... it probably won't work, especially with prime tactics. Nope, it's always fun when you kill something with a 1 HP artillery. Oh, I can get another anti-air, actually, you know, which I might need. Yeah, not good for my unit count, though. Oh, and I do have Gold Rush. Probably should have used it. Could try it next turn, maybe, when I have less to spend on repairs. Yeah, that is... Yes, death. We've established that Lash's rockets are good at one-shotting infantry. Okay, I was kind of hoping you'd do that. It does mean that my anti-air dies, but I have another anti-air that can get on you, hopefully, if not a whole lot rushes through here. Okay, yeah, that's bad. I deliberately left my 1 HP artillery there to kind of serve as a little bit of a decoy. Yeah, I think my anti-air can still get to that bomb. In fact, if I destroy the other anti-air, I can get 2 anti-air on that bomber. Okay, yeah, that battleship was forced to move 1 forward. Oh, I'm losing money thanks to that rocket.
Money buys power.
But the fact that I was able to retreat that starting rocket and still make good use of it now is still pretty good. One thing I love about Gold Rush is the way that, like, the letters spin out like a cash register display. Just the personality that they put into all of, like, the CO's animations is just so great. But, okay, you're not actually in range of my rocket yet. Oh, I've lost, like, 50% of my units, though. So what I said was that if I was able to... Oh no, I actually have to kill that tank, because if I don't kill that tank, then I can't get anything to the bomber. So if I do that, and then this thing attacks the anti-air... And then this somewhat weakened rocket is going to shoot this. Okay, now I think I'll be able to actually get 2 things in that bomber this turn. Though it does expose one of the anti-air to potential deadage. Yeah, I wanted to attack from the wood first to get the defensive terrain on the one that's actually going to be taking a counterattack. And then, I don't even know if that's really necessary. Maybe I should have left that bomber alive, but it's not like I get better served by attacking that anyway, so... I don't even want to do that, but it could be good for the power score, so I may want to. Okay, I can afford missiles, but I don't really think I need them anymore. Right now, I just kind of want a lot of infantry. I mean, the problem with that is that infantry is almost certainly consigning itself to death if I do that. Like, is it worth it to try and take out that mech? Probably not. Probably not worth it at all. And right now, I sort of want to give her... Oh, but that is in range of the battleship, too. Okay. I mean, I feel like she's probably, like, given the choice, she's probably going to shoot the artillery with the battleship, but we'll see what ends up happening. I was going to say I could get, like, a tank and then infantry out of all the others, but really, it's probably more efficient if I get mechs. They have the same firepower, and they'll take the same amount of time to get there. Just really want to build something out of all my bases, because if I am gonna have problems here, it's gonna be with technique. Yeah, because I have to hold out for 5 more turns. Yeah, that was always going to be a problem, but at least it means both of her indirects here were forced to shoot at the same thing. Okay, yeah, the battleship did go for this, which is fine. Okay, I did say terrain tactics could be a problem before. Is that a full health tank? It is. That's not good. But I have a lot of indirects nearby. Okay, oh, she has a battlecopter down there. I mean, I have a mostly healthy anti-air. Oh, she did start moving her indirects forward, which is actually pretty bad. Oh, but this rocket's back to full health, though. I do need to save this anti-air for later. Yes, obviously going for this. But she has a lot of... the artillery down there are going to make it much harder to choke point this area with infantry. Unless I weaken them this way... And I kind of need to get you out of the way, otherwise my choke points are in trouble. Yeah, this rocket is being a pain, though. Okay, yeah, no, it's not displaying the low ammo thing because it's it has 3 shots left. It's not quite below half. Yeah, I mean, I guess you can shoot the artillery. The problem is you fire back really hard. And from here, that infantry probably gets one-shotted by the artillery, which is not good. I'm trying as hard as I can to conserve technique right now. I can get artillery, but if I get 2 artillery, I won't be able to afford more infantry. Suppose I can go for another artillery. Yeah, I can't afford anything more now. So yeah, the defensive line is slowly being crept back, and she has a battlecopter down there. Yeah, I do not like that rocket being there. Especially since it does that. At least Lash's naval units only benefit from her terrain firepower if they're in reefs, which are kind of a rare terrain type. I mean, there are some reefs here. Why didn't she shoot the one in the choke point? I mean, she wouldn't have been able to get through anyway, but... Okay, well, now she's got through. Yeah, so she's definitely breaking in here. I do have my anti-air on call to deal with that. Ugh. Yeah, that's not good. Yeah, I'm losing a lot of units. Technique is definitely tough in this map. There's a lot more time left than I would have expected. She didn't unload... Oh, just so many artillery. That's actually a huge pain. Because if I kill that, then this thing's in range of, like, at least 2 artillery. Okay, at least Colin's anti-air can still reliably take out battlecopters. Yeah, the problem is she's got a neo-tank there, but she also has, like, a ton of artillery. And of course, the infantry is the only thing that can actually win the map for her. So you'd think that'd be a priority, but I do really want to get rid of as many of these units as I can. I suppose if I weaken her artillery... What else does she have that can kind of flood through here? She's got recon, she's got anti-air, she also has this battleship. Actually, no, I shouldn't have done that, because this means I base block myself. I could have not base blocked if I had used this to shoot instead. But I mean, okay, this can kill one of her artillery. As I said, getting rid of her artillery diminishes her ability to break your choke points quite decently. I don't know if that's going to work, and this mech can't really get anywhere else productive, so I might as well go for the sure kill with the mech here. Goodbye, Neo-Tank. Haven't really been able to use any Neo-Tanks of Colin's own just yet. Like, I should probably think about pulling back to my HQ a little bit. Probably could damage this infantry a little bit, though. And we have this artillery, which, again, remember that she has a unit there, so she can kind of attack this artillery. And yet more. So yeah, if only, like, Olaf and Grit were here in more ways than one, Grit would actually handle this map quite well. And we are at day 12. Yeah, after this phase, we've got 2 left.
Let's play.
That's terrain... No, it's prime tactics. Okay, well, I guess she did lose a Neo-Tank.
Prime tactics.
And that means that any of her units that are going to go into that breach are going to have wood or city defense, which is going to be painful. That anti-air is definitely going to kill the mech, though. Wasn't expecting that to be a... that's a heavily weakened artillery, that's fine. And that was what I was afraid of. Yeah, definitely dead. It's going to be kind of hard to... hi there! That's going to hit my income quite badly, too. Oh, that's a lot of damage to the rocket, too. That's a weakened tank, right? Yeah, that's a pretty weakened tank, but it's a pretty weakened anti-air at the same time. Oh, that's dead. I do need to stop second-guessing myself about technique, though. Oftentimes I'm like, oh, I'm not going to get an S rank, I'm not going to get an S rank, but then I usually do end up doing it. It's something that I've kind of suffered from a lot lately, is oftentimes I really second-guess myself, and I just have a huge lack of confidence overall. Kind of like Colin in this mission. But okay then, I do have this.
Don't underestimate me.
I almost wonder now if actually letting her break through early might be effective. But I can at least get medium tanks now. I can also... Prime tactics, man! Yeah, I can't really do much about that rocket, and it's in range of my rocket now. Did say that I want to get rid of her artillery, though. Some people have actually said that, like, they think that Colin's like, CO Power theme definitely sounds like, a kid in a toy store after it's closed and they get the whole place to themselves. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. How many of my units have I lost? Ugh. Yeah. I'm not very, I don't think technique's looking very promising. At least this rocket can afford to retreat. There's just so many indirects here, and we've also got a bomber incoming. Actually, no, I could go for a missile, maybe? It's just that rocket here that's managed to advance forward, and I can't really deal with it. Because it just has too much defense right now. But okay then. Missile. And yeah, I guess I'll damage the healthier recon. And now I probably need to pull out the time-honored defensive tactic of kinda mech spam, because I can afford 2 mechs. I'd probably rather get more infantry, though. Suppose I'll need you further forward, though. Tomorrow's the last day, but look at Lash's money. That is the rocket, I think, and it's in a city, so that's dead. But she only needs planes to one-shot infantry on roads. Weakened recon, probably not terrible. Yeah, this mission gets very, very hectic towards the end. Oh, that's a full health anti-air. That's another full health anti-air, isn't it? No, it's a weakened anti-air, but it was still enough to kill me. I do have a mech that can... Okay, it's a weakened tank, it's fine. That's not a weakened tank, which is not fine. And we have a bomber coming, which is out of range of my missile, because of course it is. And she's... that battleship is like right there. Okay, so this is the last day. So we're probably going to win this. In fact, we're definitely going to win this, because there's no way that she can capture the HQ this turn. It would take her at least 2 more days. But the question is, I don't fancy my chances for a good technique score right now. I mean, the missile can at least kind of do something. Guess... Okay, suppose you can go for that. Just trying to think whether I, like, what am I, like, I'm not too worried about power, 40, so I kind of need 4, but I think I've got 4. But that's just for 100, and I think 3 is usually enough, in that regard. So, okay, that's another thing taken down, and then this can finish off. Yeah, I'd probably rather finish that, because then my mech can attack the anti-air. And this is probably going to die, but at least I... No, if I do that, then the full health mech gets to attack the rocket, unless I do this, which I probably should. I don't like the fact that there's like an anti-air running around in my territory, but yeah, I probably should do this. I think I've got power anyway, so no real reason to go for weird moves just for good power right now. Guess I can just do this to just get a little bit of chip damage on you. And, well, yeah, I just need more units. Okay, and there's the bomber there, so something's probably dying to the bomber. What's that? That's... Oh, it's a 7 HP rocket, so that thing's still definitely dead. That was, okay. I was thinking your bomb would attack that, but okay then. Oh, that's not good. That's really not good. Yeah, I don't think I had much in range of that. Is this dead? This may be dead. Oh, nope, just barely not. Oh, but it is now. Was hoping nothing could get through and attack it, but yeah. Okay, so it's actually going to be over now. Yep, there we go, it's over. And yeah, this wasn't his exact wording in the original, but it was close enough to the "Are you winning, son?" meme that, yeah, kind of makes sense that they'd put in a reference here.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm sure some people are going to be screaming, and oh, they put in a meme reference, they ruined this localization forever.
Doodles.
Yeah, holding out is one thing, but actually getting a good technique score is another.
Commander. Thank you, sir.
You can take that to the bank. I wonder if that's an intentional pun given Colin. Oh, but technique is a worry. This may not be an S rank.
I'll continue to do my best.
Yeah, speed's fine. Wait, how did I get 100 technique on that? Huh, unless the technique threshold for this mission is, different than normal? Maybe it is. Or maybe you are guaranteed perfect technique on this. I'm not actually sure how the scoring works, because I'll need to calculate that on my own time. My losses definitely shouldn't have given me perfect technique there, so maybe there is something a little weird about this mission. They definitely expect you to lose a lot of units in it. But, yeah, that is 2-week test over. Like I said, it's a mission that is usually either extremely easy or extremely hard. It's kind of, if you don't care about rankings, it's really not a difficult mission at all. But if you do care, it can be. But I will see you next time for the big finale of Blue Moon in Factory Blues. And one where we'll be meeting some old allies and seeing the fruits of my choices to do Gold Comet first. Also, finishing this mission unlocks Colin at Hutchie's shop. In the GBA version, he wasn't unlocked until beating the Blue Moon Factory mission, but you get him a little earlier here.